Am I the a-hole for loudly confronting my coworker in front of everyone when she wrongfully believed I had groomed my wife? I am 30 years old and male. My wife, Jessica, is 22. Rough start, brother. Rough start. My wife has a 7-year-old son, Max, whom she had when she was 15 years old. The father, who was her boyfriend in junior high school and is the same age as Jessica, actually left the state when he and his family learned that she was pregnant. Jessica has no idea where he is, and since her family is well off, she didn't really need or care for his support. I met Jessica when she was 20. We dated for a year and then got married when she was 21. I love Max and raise him as if he was my own son. Okay. All right. That makes me feel way better. Last month, Max came to my workplace with Jessica in the early afternoon to surprise me with a lunch outing. As they waited for me to finish up a meeting, the front desk secretary, Claire, chatted with Jessica. I wasn't there for the conversation, but Claire was stunned at how young Jessica looked, and Jessica said she was 22. Apparently, Claire did a bit of napkin math and came out with the following conclusions. 1. Jessica is 22 and I am 30. 2. Max is 7. 3. That means Jessica and I had Max when she was 15 and I was 23. Apparently, from that day on, Claire began gossiping about this. I had no idea what was going on, but I did notice that Claire abruptly changed her attitude towards me, glaring when she thought I wasn't looking or rolling her eyes when I talked to other people. Well, today at work, when I was in the bathroom washing my hands, I overheard Claire gossiping with a new hire about my underaged wife outside the door by the water cooler. I left the bathroom and then walked up behind Claire. She turned around and looked like a deer in the headlights at me. And so I announced loudly, "Hi, Claire. You see, I'm not Max's biological father. In all of your gossiping to other people, you forgot to consider the most obvious possibility, which was that I am his stepfather. I will, by the way, be reporting you to HR for this." I headed directly to HR and explicitly told them what Claire had said, and the manager, a fellow gossip friend of Claire's, asked if I really wanted to escalate over something so small. I said yes. She then told me Claire is a single mother and relies on this job, and that I shouldn't have embarrassed her in front of the whole office like that. I insisted on filing a report. After calming down a bit, I feel kind of bad about what I did. Claire cried at her desk and left early. Was I an a-hole to approach the situation that way? But y'all know I'm not like super pro older people dating people who are barely legal. I will say my mind is a little not made up about that in this situation because she's a mother. A lot of it for me has to do with like stereotypically, where are you in your path of life at a certain age? Whereas like 18 to 22 is that like college age, and even 22 to 24 is that right out of college age. I think that's weird if you're like a full adult who's been an adult for multiple years and you date someone who's like in college. But for somebody who has had to mature at a much faster rate because they're literally raising a child, I think that's different. I'm going to assume that the maturity level of Jessica has exponentially gone up because she's a mother, and therefore I'm a little bit more okay with OP being 28 when he dated a 20-year-old. I'm gonna go with not the a-hole. The a-hole in this situation is Claire. I get gossip is gossip, but if it's damaging their reputation and you're spreading it around to the entire office, I think it's completely merited to go to HR and be like, yo, this woman literally is like slandering me. Like, people get sued for less, honestly. I don't think OP did anything wrong. Is it kind of a question mark? Sure. Not necessarily a fan. But if there was ever a situation that had a good argument, it would be this one.